What up, y'all? I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I got some words of wisdom to anybody young. You probably can't see me really well, but got the moon over there. Got the ocean, the dark abyss, the most beautiful creation of God's world. The best representation of God's power. Whatever God you believe in, the universe, whatever. This water is what's going to destroy most of the coastal cities. Don't ask me when, because I couldn't tell you. But it's a terrifying realization coming to the understanding that the ocean is a representation of life. Life is completely uncertain, completely irregular, unpredictable, powerful, depressing, real, very wavy. There's so many ways you could explain the ocean and create a parallel, allegorical analogy using the ocean, connecting it to real life. But anyway, I'm gonna just talk about why the fuck will we waste our whole life seeking something that doesn't bring fulfillment. Like, we fucking waste our whole life working for a piece of paper that pretty soon is gonna be worthless. And you could laugh at me now and say, we're in America. But unless America somehow switches the US dollar to some kind of reserve currency backed by some kind of mineral, or if we don't back our currency with something, which I believe they're going to try to back it with a digital currency, then completely phase out the dollar, then bring in the digital currency system. And you should probably prepare for that and position yourself before the fucking shit happens. Don't be like a fucking idiot that says, oh my god, I missed Bitcoin in 2014. You know what I'm saying? Look at the fucking technologies that they would need in order to implement a digital system across the globe and profit off of it now, so that when it happens, the black swan events start happening, you can fucking benefit off of every single thing, while the rest of the world suffers because they were fucking too busy sucking their own penis, too busy basically working to do research and to understand anything about what's coming. Which, hey, I get it. Motherfuckers is locked down with a family, they got their kids, they can't take risks. But if you don't have a family and you have some money, invest it in cryptocurrency technologies like XRP, Alchemy Pay. Invest in cybersecurity technologies, because you know Cyber Polygon, they ran that exercise in 2021. So if they ran a simulation exercise on the pandemic called Event 201, and then the fucking pandemic comes to fruition, what the fuck you think's gonna happen when they run a simulation about a global cyber attack? It's gonna fucking happen. So position your fucking self now. So I'm not saying they're gonna destroy the internet, but they're gonna attack certain infrastructure all around the globe and shut basic necessities down. Shit like the gas stations, they might shut down the lights in certain areas. They're gonna basically destroy the whole fucking digital, whatever the fuck you wanna call it. And then they're gonna have to bring in a complete artificial intelligence surveillance state, which is already 90% implemented across the whole globe, honestly. But it's only really completely implemented in North Korea, China. Those are the main two countries where the shit's already completely implemented. But they're gonna implement the shit everywhere, bro. Because when the United States cannot fight BRICS without a totalitarian state, you can't, it's impossible to beat a fucking unfree nation that people are literally, they have to work, right? It's impossible to beat that kind of nation in a war when their people are like fucking robots, right? You can't, a democracy cannot beat a totalitarian dictatorship. It's literally just metaphysically impossible. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna destroy our currency using the oil system, using the oil reserves and shit. They'll start only buying it in their currency, which is actually backed by uranium. The currencies they're creating are backed by fucking rare earth minerals and all this shit, but our currency ain't backed by shit. And they're not gonna tell you this bullshit in the fucking news, alright? So shit, there's some bots coming, so I'm finna go over here. Now, the one person that fucking listens and positions themselves before this shit happens, congratulations, you found the fucking information that nobody else is gonna find and nobody's gonna capitalize on. So what you need to do invest in these technologies. I'm like SentinelOne, Alchemy Pay, XRP, and research other cryptos. I'm not gonna give anything else out that I know, because motherfuckers don't even deserve the shit. But listen, the mark of the beast is coming whether you like it or not. Whether you're a Christian going to church that believes in prosperity and thinks, oh my God, life's gonna get better and better and better. Well, you're an idiot. That's what you get for listening to a government-funded church. There's not going to be no prosperity if you really are following Christ. There's only going to be the mark of the beast. And if you put your faith in a rapture and you don't get raptured, do you know how bad that's going to destroy your faith? People lose their faith because they just lose their housing or lose, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to do when there is some kind of fake rapture? People start disappearing and you're still here on the planet and you realize, oh shit, crap. The church pastor told me we're all going in the rapture. Are you going to lose your faith? I'm not saying there's not going to be a rapture. I'm saying don't put your faith in a rapture. Because specifically, some of us are guaranteed to have to stay here during the tribulation to help wake people up. It's going to be one of the hardest things ever experienced in the world ever since the beginning of time. Most people are just going to try to kill themselves, but they're not going to find death. They'll seek, but it's never going to happen. Now, what else was I going to say besides the cyber event? Cyber attacks, this is all going to come during World War III, but World War III is already occurring right now. They're just not fucking telling you we're in a global war yet. They're not drafting people yet. They're not basically putting on the news that World War III is literally happening right now. World War III fucking started when Chinese people released a virus and they used the vaccine to kill 3 million people. Bro, you know over 3 million people died from that fucking vaccine. But idiots are just walking around acting like nothing is going on. Now they're putting their faith in the motherfucker that literally pushed the vaccine. Trump, right? Now, once he pushed the vaccine in 2020, I automatically knew they're all part of this shit. They're all working together behind closed doors. Two wings of the same damn bird. You don't have a vote. Voting is worthless. They only put the president that they believe the mass majority of the country or population currently desires to be in a position of power. They do that because, why do you think they put Biden? Because at the time, the mass majority of the population desired for the Democrats to be in office because they thought it would work, thought it would change, right? Same thing. Now, when Charlie Kirk died, all this shit, right? Before that, well, he was in office before that, but listen, they pretty much knew that now Joe Biden screwed up the system. He was a patsy. They had him screw up the system on purpose so people would dislike him so they could set up for the next presidential election. They have to make him look like a bad guy. Well, he is a demon, but they have to make him look like he's screwing everything up so that people say, okay, now we want the other person. But they want to boost, they use the internet, so they boost Trump during the time that the other president is fucking shit up, right? So then they boost the other fucking president up during that time on our phones. So we start believing like, yeah, he would be better, he would be better. Little do you know, they're all sucking each other's dicks in fucking Oval Office, right? So shit. Now, everybody we all went through the pandemic, right? Some people had different experiences, but most people, they didn't really know what the fuck was going on. Like, I was walking through Los Angeles during the pandemic. There wasn't a single fucking person in sight. Not a criminal, not a gang member, not a fucking anybody. There was nobody. They all locked in their houses. This shit's crazy. Now, I'm sure in red states, nobody really locked down. But it doesn't matter because soon, now that they got everybody convinced that the president is actually on the people's side, which is completely that's an incompetent conclusion. Like, how could you even come to the conclusion that these people care about us, bro? Since Lincoln, since JFK, those are the only real presidents we've ever had. The only ones that really tried to enact change on the whole complete infrastructure of the society. They tried to go to war with I'm not going to say too much about that. Y'all do your own research, but shit. So what they're going to do is they're going to release new diseases all over the globe. It's going to look natural, as it always does, but it's basic. This is basic conspiracy shit. You should understand this. They literally create the crisis and then give you the solution every time. So they create World War III, They create panic. Everybody starts freaking out. Oh shit, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then motherfuckers thinking, oh, we need to fight for our country. Yeah, of course, right? But it's a complete fabricated fucking war. Both sides are getting paid for the shit. They're paying each other. Motherfucker, all this shit is fake, bro. The whole fucking world is already ran by one fucking entity. That's what people don't want to understand. They know this shit, but they just block it out and ignore it because they want to be like, we can't do nothing about that. But bro, we have the fucking power. If everybody woke the fuck up right now and started opening their eyes, opening their minds, connecting to God, come to the water and connect to God. Whatever God you believe in, if you want to fight this shit, we could all fight it together. But no, y'all let motherfucking ideologies that are complete half-truths divide us so well that motherfuckers just sit there and go to fucking work for a piece of paper that's about to be completely devalued. They're gonna completely de-dollarize. All your fucking money is gonna be worthless for real. And shit, there's just nothing that could change it. We could fucking die on our feet though, that's what I'm trying to say. You motherfuckers wanna work like a bitch until the day you fucking die. We're all gonna fucking die soon by 2030. They have a fucking plan. The fucking plan has already been moving ahead. They tested the pandemic. Nobody fucking did shit about it. So what the fuck you think's gonna happen? You think they're just gonna forget? You guys are just gonna forget that they fucking did a fake pandemic, fucked everybody, killed people with a vaccine. And you think, since you didn't do nothing, you think they're not gonna fucking kill everybody now? Why the fuck do they need you? They got AI. All the infrastructure is intact. There's no reason for them to keep us around in any scenario, like for real. There's really no reason that they need us. That's why, like they're complaining about they need welders this, they need welders that, but they're not gonna tell you that. They got welders, they can fucking create robots that do every fucking job. And by 2030, they're gonna implement this AI fucking surveillance state network across our country, and then this shit is over. It's literally already too late now, but by then, it's literally too late. Like, if we don't fucking all fucking say fuck this shit now, then all you motherfuckers are gonna see what the fuck is going on. And I try to tell you, and I'm cussing in every sentence because people are idiots and they just ignore the shit until it comes and knocks on their damn door. That's what happens with evil. You can't ignore evil and wickedness. You have to study it. You have to study that shit, understand it. Because if you don't, how the fuck are you gonna fight it? See what I'm saying?